Hey everyone, it's James, your GTA Realtor, here supporting local businesses in Mississauga. I'm here with Silvio. Pleasure to meet you.
You too.
He's the owner of Omni Consultancy Ltd. Let's hear more about it, Silvio.
Sounds good.
So tell me more about your business.
So I started Omni about a year and a half ago. It was in the works about a year and a half ago, but I finally kind of launched it in August. Everything was kind of in the works from last year, May. Omni pretty much focuses on organizational structure, helping businesses understand their day-to-day operations, fine-tuning it, and growing from there. A lot of business owners focus on the growth of their company. A lot of them don't realize the day-to-day operation plays a huge factor in how it grows. Systems are the biggest factor. Once everything's aligned in a system, everything runs smooth.
Totally agree.
It's just like a huge conveyor belt, right? Like if everything's smooth from the start to the finish, it moves slowly. So that's one of the factors of Omni. The other one is management training. So I've been a manager for I think 13 years now, I guess. Since I was 18, 19, I was in a grocery store. I managed a department while I was in school. Then I went to Anytime Fitness. I was there. Did my manager. Then I went to Virtual Fitness, where I spent the majority of my last, I'd say, out of the 13 years, about seven and a half years there. And I just grew as a manager. Being a manager is something that you have to learn for yourself, right? So now I can help train people that want to become managers, or people that have the potential to be managers, to grow from there and be manager and getting in the field. The biggest thing that stems from that is that I never had any managerial experience. I never went to school for any of this stuff, but I learned it, and it's something that you can learn. So I'm willing to give that back and help people go through management training. Again, it comes from time and effort from a business owner to be like, okay, I have someone that wants to be a manager, but I don't have the time to because I'm helping them grow. So that's where I come in and be like, well, I can help you grow and I can work with you. Because in the end of the day, I can help communicate of what the owners expect from the higher level to the management level, and then from the employee level.
Yeah, that's a must-have.
Yeah.
To have in every business or every industry.
Yeah.
The manager having the essential skill of customer service,
exactly,
which you don't learn from a school.
Yeah.
But you providing that, I think
it's
so many companies can excel just from that.
So many companies can excel from it. I do have current clients right now that I do help. Obviously, I'm not going to disclose that information, but I do help a lot of my clients right now. Also adding in marketing services to help them take away time that takes away from them to help their business grow, and obviously help fine-tune the day-to-day operations is taking away the marketing. How do we excel in it? Like understanding social media, to posting, to certain content to use, right? I also have someone that does help with the accounting services, setting up a business, bookkeeping. So Omni's, this is where I kind of I'll roll it in that Omni means universal. So the reason why I wanted to do this I named it Omni is because I want to offer multiple services.
For sure.
I don't want to be stagnant to one certain thing. Even having a niche market, I do have my niche market, which is fitness centers, personal care, but I want to expand. I want to go more. I want to work with different industries.
I love it.
So that's kind of where the name Omni comes from, meaning universal, and that's where kind of it grows from there.
So that passion stemmed from all this experience, 13 years experience.
Yeah, so
passion.
Yeah, started doing just sales, and then I became an assistant manager, and then I became a manager. So I've been in management my whole life. So
amazing, man. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, Silvio. So what made you want to open this business?
That's probably a question I get asked a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll go through a timeline. So it was November 2020. Actually, I had a good friend that passed away. We spent a lot of time together. He was my barber, but became a friend, and we spent a lot of time together. I'd say for the last 3 years. He had suddenly passed away, and it kind of made me realize that life was too short. I knew that the following year, which was 2 months, that I was going to be 30 in June. So I kind of told myself when I was 26, 27 that I was gonna, I had to make a big move when I turned 30, because that was like a milestone.
Yeah.
So that played a huge factor of him passing away. And I remember actually, not many people know about this, but a couple days, like it was probably about early November, I went to go see him. We had I brought him food. He called me. He's like, family. That was his thing. He was like, come over for dinner. I was like, what do you mean come over for dinner? I'm like, you mean bring you food and then you're gonna cut my hair? He goes, yeah. I'm like, okay. So during COVID, we spent a lot of time together, but I remember a couple of weeks, that was the conversation. And I remember him telling me, he's like, man, you're a good guy. He's like, I love you. He's like, you're gonna be my first millionaire client. I'm like, I hope so. I'm like, I hope. I was like, that would be great. I was like, keep putting it into the universe, right? And obviously, like him, passing away was like, it was sudden. It shocked me. I decided to make a change for my life. In December, I decided to step away from the fitness industry. I actually rolled back into school into project management. Okay. So that was kind of where everything kind of started from. I then, to keep myself going, I did snow removal. My whole life, I get into something and I get comfortable. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna do this industry while in school. So I did it till April, and then, rocked that, and then I went into starting. Yeah, so
it's 4 months from December.
It was January to April that I did the schooling, finished with my 4.0, got my credits, got into the board at PMI. I made the right moves, and then I slowly transitioned into another industry, in aggregate and stuff. That was also how I got that job. Is that one of my old clients from Habitual got me into the industry. She gave me a ring, and I appreciate everything she's done for me for that. And I'm still in the industry, which is great. So that kind of stemmed from there. So when I graduated at my program, I had two close, very good friends that I made within that program. Okay. We all decided that we wanted to work for ourselves.
Yeah.
So no one wanted to make the chess move. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open up a business. Let's open it up. Let's work together. One of them had a background in the hospitality industry. One of them had a background in supply chain. So I'm like, hey, I got I'm good with the fitness industry, like personal care, but I'm good with people in general.
Yeah.
So they said to me like, hey, Silvio, you take the lead and start the business. So Omni existed. I went to the bank, opened up a bank account, went to the government, got a license, and it started from there. Yeah, then Omni started, and then unfortunately the other two people that I was working with towards the end of last year decided to go in different industries and stuff. So then I was kind of left with myself. So I kind of pondered. I'm like, do I keep it?
Yeah.
Do I switch industries? I said no. This is my dream. This is what I'm gonna do. I was like, honestly, I had to do this. So that's how I kind of got started. I'm like, I'm gonna give back. I'm gonna do what I have to do. And this is history.
Yeah, a lot of businesses lack consulting.
Yeah.
Or management day-to-day operations.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's too many of your companies out there.
Yeah.
So you offering this is definitely beneficial for everyone.
Yeah, that's a big factor too, right? It's something that's self-taught. Again, customer service is something that you can't teach.
Yeah.
Like you can guide, you can give tips, and which I do, and it's like where your do's and don'ts are.
Yeah.
Right?
Speed up the process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody this. I'm like, no matter what, and anytime you enter a business, it doesn't matter if you're working at reception or you're working as a employee in the back.
Yeah.
It all starts with the front desk. Someone smiling can change someone's day.
Yeah, of course.
You can walk in angry, mad. You walk into a gym and you're angry, but you're coming there to burn steam. But you see someone sitting behind the counter and they're upset, you're gonna be like, hey, how's it going? But if I walked in and I said, James, how's it going? What's going on? How's the day? You're gonna be like, oh, Silvio, it's rough, but I'm here to have a good time or whatever. It's gonna be you're gonna feel better. And that's it. So,
change the vibe.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's about how to make someone feel comfortable. Once someone feels comfortable, starting from sales to customer retention becomes easy. And that's the one thing I've learned. Is like you're honest, right? You don't want to lie. You don't want to be fake. You want to be honest with people.
You want to build that relationship.
Yeah.
With customers for that customer retention.
Of course.
Right. For every industry, beauty, personal training, if you don't really have a personality and you're not really engaging with the customer,
No.
I wouldn't want to come back.
No, you wouldn't.
No one would want to come back. I've had that so many times. Just never had that relationship.
Yeah.
Don't want to go back.
Exactly.
So that's so important.
Yeah. Exactly.
Love it, man. All right, Silvio, what drives you to do what you do?
Honestly, it's a passion. I never really understood why I love what I do until maybe a couple years ago. Working in the fitness industry, you see so many people go through transformations and stuff, and it just makes you enjoy life, right? It makes people happy and stuff like that.
Yeah, feels good.
What drives me now, and what drove me to start the business is, James, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like in November of 2020 that I mentioned, when my friend did pass away and stuff like that, I went through depression. I went through anxiety. No one really knew about it. My partner at the time, she knew about it. I told her, I said, there's times where I don't want to get out of bed. Life's, it just, I lost who I was. It's tough. It was tough, and honestly, it's not easy, right? Fast forward, goes to a year now, a year out, a year this month. Someone that I cared about, that was my partner, that I thought was going to be someone that's going to be around, we decided to split apart. It sucked, but I had realized that my main focus in life was always I'm going to say the last 10 years, the last decade in my life, was always my relationships and my work. So if you realize something, I didn't say Silvio. And I come to realization when I did go through that breakup, that I didn't know who I was. I lost myself.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I wanted to do, who I was. I wasn't healthy. So it's funny enough that I kind of figured out, I'm like, you know what? It's like, I'm gonna do this for myself. So what drove me to open up Omni is that I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to be the person that leads. I want to change the way the customer service industry is.
Yeah.
It lacks. It's not perfect, nor am I going to make it perfect, but I'm going to make it better. So yeah, I lost. I lost a friend. I lost my drive. Obviously, relationships come and go, but that was a big factor, right?
Of course, yeah.
And I knew, I'm like, you know what? I was like, it's time to change. I was like, it's time to take care of Silvio. It's time to work on myself. I don't. Everyone's like, do you regret anything? I don't regret anything that's happened in my life. I don't regret past relationships. I don't regret, leaving jobs. Do I miss them? Do I miss working where I was? Of course I do. I miss the people I was with. But the biggest drive is that I wanted to be my own boss. I had to take control of my life again. And that was the biggest thing. I'm like, I had to sit in the driver's seat for once in my life. Sit in the driver's seat, put my head down, work hard, and honestly, just do me. I know there's people out there that, I kind of went under the radar for a couple months. I went hidden, and everyone's like, people that end up seeing me after, they're like, oh my God, they're like, Sil, where you been? I was like, I'm here. I was like, I stayed under the radar, right, with school and everything, but I had to put my head down, right? I went through, some tough times and stuff, but I had to put my head down and be like, no, I'm here, right? A lot of people that see me now, like my old clients or people that have seen me in the past, they're like, oh my God, you're actually smiling. I'm like, yeah, I'm happy, right?
Nice.
So they're like, you have to, and then everyone's like, what's going on? I'm like, don't worry about it. You're gonna find out soon. So this is kind of also, this interview is great because it's also an opportunity to let everybody know what I've been doing.
Of course,
right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
Silvio.
Yeah, they're like, okay. They're like, oh, he's still around? I'm like, okay. I don't use Instagram a lot, but I'm going to be coming on social media a lot more.
Let's go.
Yeah, so that's a big thing. So this interview helps, and yeah, man, it's going to be fun. So
yeah, I really respect you and what happened throughout the past. You went through ups and downs.
Yeah.
But you pushed through.
Yeah.
You got back up.
Yeah.
You went past that obstacle.
Yeah.
Overcame it, and now you're here again.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be there to push you too.
Thank you.
So just keep driving.
Yeah.
Keep that passion strong as it is right now.
Yeah, no, I have.
Respect you, man.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I have no. The gas pedal's on. There's nothing that's gonna make me stop. Omni's gonna take off, and that's gonna be my goal. You know, I thank the clients I do have, the small group. I thank you guys. You know, I hope you guys watch it. I know you guys are gonna watch this video, so I thank you for the opportunity. And we're gonna keep on striving. And I just know that's gonna be great. You know, obviously, like the sad thing is I had to lose a little bit in life. You obviously, like, you know, you lose a partner.
Yeah.
I lost a friend. I lost my drive. But it's how do you come up? And how do you find it, right? It's funny because like at that time too, when I was going through a rough patch, one night I was flipping through the channels and Rocky Balboa, the last movie was on. So I'm like, you know what? I was like, hey, I'm gonna watch it, right?
So
and that quote that he was saying to his son, it's like you hear it and it's like it doesn't matter how hard you get hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. So I'm like, okay, that's true. I'm like, okay, you know, I went through rough patches in November 2020. You know, I wanted to change my life, change my industry. You know, going through a breakup, going back to school, retesting myself. I was like, hey, I'm still standing. I'm here. It's made me even stronger than what I am, right? Obviously, playing factors, getting back into working out. Like last year I started working out again, starting eating healthy. I got someone that's holding me accountable, so it played a huge factor.
For sure, yeah.
And you know, like everyone's like, yeah, but so you worked in the gym for so many years. I'm like, yeah, working in the gym, you're managing it, you're not focusing on yourself. Again, I lost myself. So now, ever since doing that, I got more clarity, and it's been great. Like, it's been positive. A lot of positive things have changed in my life the last couple months, I'm even gonna say. And it's exciting.
It's good. It's good.
So hopefully, hopefully you can keep rocking. Hopefully, I don't, at the end of the day, I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah, of course. Like even myself, there could be droughts, especially months where I don't get paid.
Yeah.
But then it pays off through the hard work.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Hard work, like, and that's the thing too. It's being a business owner. It's one of the things that you learn is that the money might not come right away.
Yeah.
The success might not come right away, but you got to create your success, and that's why it's also too, like, part of being me growing Omni and doing all this is that I want to test myself. I don't want to be comfortable anymore.
Yeah.
I want to be able to, like, wake up and challenge myself every week, every day, and just be like, okay, I'm gonna challenge myself. I challenge myself doing snow removal. I've never done that in my life, man. Never. I challenged myself. I went back to school at 30. I challenged myself, and I finished well. I went into a new industry, challenged myself,
Keep challenging
did well.
yourself, yeah.
It's just I keep challenging myself it's like I keep challenging myself, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing that because life gets boring. Life gets stagnant, and it's like you don't want that, right? You want the success, and I feel like I have a lot of people that support me. Obviously, like family and friends. I think everyone's gonna back me up when they say, like, you know, I think I'm gonna have a lot of support. But if I don't, it happens, right? But again, I'm doing this for myself. I'm not doing this to, like, you know, I'll turn around and say I'm making someone happy, or making someone proud. I'm making myself proud. I'm not happy. If my success is making me smile and my friends and my family are proud of me, cool, then I'm doing well because they want to see me succeed. So, and that's what it is. In the end of the day, it's Silvio taking care of Silvio.
Love it, man. All right, thank you, Silvio.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
All his links will be at the bottom. If any small business owner, you know, if you need some consulting for the day-to-day operations, for customer service itself, you know who you trust, give it a call.
I'll take care of you guys.
Do you have anything else to say to the audience?
No, I want to say thank you for allowing me to do this. It's great what you're doing. Guys, for all your home needs, hit my boy James.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care.